This is AM 620 WSNR, Jersey City.
Go ahead, SD.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Just Enough Heshy Show. We are back. We have Uncle Heshy here and Z.
Up, everybody.
Say hello.
Hello, everybody. I was just fighting with my, I don't know, someone in the back room there because of the link. But we got the second link working. So YouTube is up and running, everybody.
Woo!
Yes. We got a lot to talk about, SD, and I got something surprise for you to talk about, too.
Surprise.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Are we talking about the surprise snowstorm that we're getting tomorrow night? Because winter just refuses to go away?
Just like you said last week, Z, and it didn't come.
What? We had a little bit, no? No snow?
I don't know, but tomorrow's the first day of spring, and we're welcoming it in with snow. So I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. The weather was beautiful today, and I was like, spring has arrived early.
Well, I was very happy with that. SD, before we start our quotes, who's paying for the show? Oh, first of all, we have to thank Dave for that show before us. Wonderful show.
Yes.
He even took a caller from Norman. And
oh, Norman. I missed that guy. Where is he?
And Norman gave him a hard time. But Dave put him in his place.
Well, I mean, I didn't really hear the whole thing. But yeah, when you're arguing with insulting people, that's just, you lose the argument just for that.
He's such a nice girl.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
I'm just stating a reality.
Talk to me, SD. Who's paying?
Okay, we have Soft Fusion Inc. Software development is a service that can propel businesses to new heights with the right idea. Software has the ability to automate and streamline areas of business that otherwise would have been handled manually. Soft Fusion Inc. creates affordable and intuitive problem-solving software, customization, and services. They've been in the business for 15 years, and they can make your business run smoother and streamline things to the point that confusion is a rarity. To reach them, call 718-215-9800 for your free consultation. We have Pescata Carne. Pescata Carne is a unique approach to traditional steakhouse restaurants. It is flavorful and exotic dishes appeal to both the simple and sophisticated diner. The broad range of food is great for the Sunday family dinner and also sophisticated enough for a special birthday or anniversary. Carne offers traditional dishes like steaks, baby ribs, and burgers, all with amazing unique flavors Pescata is known for. They also offer exotic appetizers like duck, handmade gnocchi, and gnocchi. Sorry.
Wow, SD, you're doing it really nice.
And skirt steak. You can call them at 347-702-5711. They are located at 509 Avenue P. We also have Pescata, New York. You can walk into Pescata and you'll think you've been transported out of Midwood and into a 5-star Manhattan venue.
Wow.
Every dish.
Man, that's very cool, SD. I never heard that. That was very good.
Where do I get the link for the radio show, by the way?
Where's it posted? YouTube. I didn't send it to you on Facebook.
No, I'm saying, you said the first one doesn't work?
The second one works.
So you sent it to me?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, SD. Sorry.
So yeah, it's flavor. Every dish designed with magnificent creativity. The perfect paradise to escape to. Lunch is an upscale yet relaxed affair that will allow you to unwind with freshly prepared dishes from gorgeous salads to the most scrumptious, complex pasta creations. They are located at 1776 Ocean Avenue. You can call them at 718-766-2759. Of course, we have Orchidia. Some people are arguing about the name Orchidia. It's Orchidia.
They don't care. Just come and spend the money.
Right. Where are they located?
They're located on 12th between 48th and 49th. I think it's 1215. I should know their address by now. But they have
there for how long?
They have a lunch buffet from 12 to 3. It's only $25 a person, including coffee and tea. And they also, if you want to come visit me at night, I'm there from 6 on usually if I show up. No, I'm kidding.
What about your, that you want to help people?
Oh, yes. I want to help people and give them support when they're feeling lost or confused and they just need guidance or just someone to say, hey, you're an okay person. You're not that bad.
So what do I do?
So you can either email me at changepain@gmail.com or you can call 347-687-9995.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And of course, we have Chamula Jewelers. They're located at 944 Kings Highway, 718-336-1980. You could, they're great for their family owned business for 40 years with diamond engagement rings, eternity bands, diamond jewelry. Just freshen up your old jewelry and they make things sparkle. Come to Jamula, go to Chamula Jewelers at 944 Kings Highway, 718-336-1980. Or you can go and what or you can go. There's also Green Line Building Solutions. We'll help you with violations, vacate orders, inspections, plans, permits, expediting, and all your building department or many of your 312 different organizations in this city and states running red tape through. But anything to do with your buildings, violations, and so on, we'll help you with your FDNY violations, your ECB violations for the Department of Buildings and the DEP. Also, don't forget, we have Tehila Styles. You can reach Tehila, who does hairs, wigs, makeup for special events, very well priced. You can reach her at TT Style. That's her website, TEETEESTYLES.com. Or you can email her at Tehila, TEHILA, at TEETEESTYLES.com. Or just call Tehila at 718-675-6842. 718-675-6842. She'll call you back right away, make an appointment for you, and take care of your stuff. Everybody, I want you to hear this quote because Esty was again giving me a hard time in the car. So this is for you, Esty. The quote of the day: kind words can be short and easy to speak.
Kind words can be short.
One word could go a long way to making somebody's
you
whole
see?
day be better.
You see how Z got it right away. I like this quote better that I really wanted to say that the Constitution, okay, this is the Constitution of the United States, only gives people the right to pursue happiness. You have to catch it yourself.
Hmm.
It gives you the right to pursue it, but you really have to want to be happy.
Yeah, going on.
Okay,
Having the government support you is not going to help that.
Anyways, let me tell you a little story. What happened when I was many years ago? One of my friends, and this is my buddy Neil, if you remember Neil, who passed away, and Neil and my friend Ike Levy, they took me to a flea market because I was a great salesman, and we were selling rugs.
Oh, nice.
Rugs, yeah. And I was just, I put up a big sign over there. We sell expensive rugs cheap, and people started to come over to me and I'm starting to push my product. And one lady came over and started looking at all the rugs and she bent down and touched one rug and pop, she blew some wind. You know what wind is?
Yes.
Okay, good. And she looks around to see if anybody, saw her little indiscretion. And I happened to be standing right over there.
And you burst into laughter.
No, I did not. And she looks around at me trying to make believe like nothing happened. She says to me as she's touching the rug, well, what's the price of this very nice rug? I said, well, if you just blew wind touching it, just imagine when I tell you the price, what's going to happen.
That's terrible. Oh,
I didn't make the sale. I couldn't make the sale. She laughed. Okay, Z, you're not laughing. It was funny for me, okay? It was
No
funny.
comments.
Got you. I want everybody to know before we start the show that
We didn't start the show
we
yet?
didn't start the show
Oh.
yet. So I want to tell everybody a little bit of the Passover holidays coming, Easter's coming, a lot of holidays are coming, and I want you guys. I went away with my wife Linda for the weekend to clean up the house for the Passover holiday, and we started to, we have to change over the house from the regular dishes and pots and pans and get rid of all the old food or
Every woman's favorite time of the year.
So me and Linda were went away, and then I came back and I see Linda by the refrigerators and the freezers packing up all the old meat and putting it into the garbage bags. I said, what are you doing? This is like $500-600. What are you doing? Oh, we don't have it in the house. I don't want it in my house. I said, what are you talking about? This is good stuff. We just bought it in the store. It's hundreds of dollars. It's packaged. It's raw. No, we can't have it. I said, you can't throw it away in the garbage. I was so angry that we almost had a fight. So what I did was I packaged it up and I took it to a place called Shevasachem, a place that I volunteer. And I said, would you like this meat? Maybe you can distribute it this week, next week, and so on. Or you can use it to give out to people. He said, sure, bring it over. And he said, bring me over anything you got in cans and so on. So everybody out there, there's a place. If you want, you can come to my office and drop off all your old chametz stuff or not kosher Passover stuff that you want to 5318 16th Avenue, Green Line Developers. You can come over to me, bring me all your stuff. This won't sit in a container like the old Greenfeld stuff when they were doing it for the hurricane. We will distribute it immediately. Bring it over to 5318 16th Avenue. We'll give it over to Shevasachem or Tomchei Shabbos, and I promise you before the Passover holiday, we'll give it to some synagogue, church, or some kind of an organization. Also, when I was with yesterday, last night, me and my son Yaakov, we went over to my friend's house and we picked up a lot of his old clothing. And there was some nice stuff, packaged shirts, towels, linens.
Oh.
And we put it all in my car and we dropped it off in the clothing boxes or we gave it out. So, guys, don't throw stuff away. There's so many places where you can go.
Yeah.
Or just bring it to my office at 5318 16th Avenue. I promise you, me and my staff will sort it, distribute it, and put it in the clothing boxes or give it to the people that need it. This is the time of the year that you have to get rid of it. Do it. Anyway.
So yeah, I wanted to say, like, yeah, spring cleaning and people throwing out comments. Please don't throw out your food. There are enough stoners all over Brooklyn that will take your food for free. They're gonna be like, oh, munchies, yay! Don't throw anything out. They'll eat anything when they're high.
No, guys. Nasty means donated to the poor. Anyways.
No, I mean maybe the poor. I think stoners are more willing to eat things that the poor aren't. I think the poor are pickier than stoners, which.
Oh gosh! I hope we're not stoned. Anyways, I want to start on a topic that Zia and you are going to listen to for a second.
Okay.
And I was told that tomorrow the New Jersey Assembly or their Senate or whatever, they're going to put up a vote to have assisted suicide legal.
Wow.
So
is this for everyone or is this just for sick people?
I'm hoping that it's only for the sick people, but again, assisted suicide, it doesn't make sense that anybody can have it. I don't really know the law. I was just told this quickly, so if somebody can actually do research on it, I don't believe that any time that assisted suicide it should be.
Yeah, like there's that story where like, oh, this person was on life support and they pulled the plug and then he came down and told someone, oh, why did you take me off support? Because of that, I can't go into heaven as fast or something. I remember hearing a story like that.
You see, that's
just in people's minds.
But Esty,
if you're suffering, isn't that good to end it?
That person that they pulled the plug on was unconscious, even though I don't agree. But somebody else committed the pulling of the plug, and that person really had no say, or they were a vegetable, and they went through a whole bunch of trials and court cases. In this particular case, the person is alive. The person is talking. This guy is sitting there at his table and is going.
They can't figure out how to kill themselves. They have to get someone else to do it. There's like so many ways to die.
You think you can take a gun and put it to your head and shoot it? It's not easy.
Can't you just eat like dirt or like I don't know some sort of everything is poisonous. They say don't do this, don't do this. You might get hurt. You might die. Can't you just eat bleach or something? Like there's a million ways to kill yourself. We need someone else to do it.
Well, I guess they want to do it painlessly. No?
And mess free and
right?
And the right environment. Like,
a mess.
where are you gonna do it? Just like in your head, like it has to be.
They're in a hospital bed anyways.
No. These people are not. This is the suicide. They have terminal cancer.
They're going to die.
Right. Yeah. You can't do that. And while you're suffering and taking those pills or whatever, it doesn't work like that. I'm sorry. I really don't.
Wait, you're saying there's
I don't know about
there's probably a lot of pain involved in drinking bleach. That's the point. This is supposed to be painless.
I'm sure.
You're saying there's nothing that they sell in the stores like if you eat this, you will die.
Probably
it doesn't exist.
Very slow, painful death.
There's no fast.
Well, I don't really try to commit suicide, so I don't know.
I'm not quite an expert.
And I don't want to know, and that's it.
Well, I mean, I think for some people, okay, so not everybody agrees with this morally, like, oh, it's wrong, whatever. The people who do think, hey, it's okay to kill myself when I'm really in pain and I can't be cured anyways, which of course there's always hope to be cured. So that's not a good reason to kill yourself because I'm going to end up dying anyways. No, the last second they can discover the cure for cancer. Like any moment, anything can change. So that's not a good reason. But if they believe, hey, this is good for me, then yeah, they should go ahead and everyone has to do what's right for them. You can't tell other people what's right for them. You can only do what's right for you.
Okay, so that's on the national level. Now I want to do something local. You guys live in Borough Park and Flatbush and so on. Mm-hmm. I was talking to one of my clients today who was really complaining about the parking issue and the double parking and the traffic. He says for the next couple of weeks, not only don't allow people to double park, which they do anyways, because once you double park, then you're blocking the crosswalk and then the traffic. Really, if you ever go look around Borough Park from like 47 to 50,
crazy.
You can't move for like 15 minutes. He's telling me, he came up with a suggestion, I never said it's agreed, that no delivery should be allowed from here till Passover. No truck should be allowed to deliver.
How are the stores?
No.
Since the stores are open late, they should be, which I again
don't he allows them, he only allows them from 12 to 6
a.m. Very good.
So at night when everyone's sleeping.
I have a much better solution.
Go ahead.
I've been saying this for years. There's really only one way to make the city of New York and Brooklyn work. Mm-hmm. You have to nuke it and then rebuild it. Rebuild it for the proper venue, the proper modern times, because we don't live in 1910 or whenever Brooklyn was built. So they have to build alleys and parking lots. That way, when a truck needs to make a delivery,
you see,
surprise!
I came up with that idea of parking lots.
It's not an idea. It's like how the rest of the world works. So, like in a normal city, every store has a loading alley in the back, and then when a truck comes to load the stuff, Nobody cares. But here, it's like, oh my gosh, they deliver Snapple in the middle of Avenue J. The whole city has to back out for 8 miles because they have to drop off a Snapple.
But there's not enough room, like physically.
That's why I said you have to nuke it and rebuild.
Oh, even if you rebuild, there's no way to. If you rebuild every store that exists because everyone wants their property back, there wouldn't be room.
With the alley in the back, it's not so complicated. Every other city's figured it out.
How do you call into the show?
Oh, so yeah. Oh, well, we didn't do that. Yeah, you guys are listening to the
Or you can just nuke it and just leave it a smoldering pile of rubble. I'll be happy with that too.
No,
you won't. You're gonna be like, oh,
just relocate the whole Brooklyn to somewhere nice like Florida or Arizona.
Now we're talking Florida.
But you know, they can do that anyways. They can just go to Florida if they don't like it here. So that's what's so easy. So yeah, you guys are listening to the Justin of Heshy show. You can call in at 718-303-9090, and we're live on Facebook, on YouTube, a bunch
Twitter,
of places where we can be found.
Yes, we can be found. Or you can even text me or call me on my phone at 718-288-7844, and I'll take private messages or tweets or whatever it is, and we will whatever. By the way, Esty, I believe I'm going to live forever, so I don't.
I believe it. If you believe it, I think you can totally do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to live forever though? Because that seems very tough when everyone's people around you are dying.
He wants to live forever.
Yep.
Really?
Never come back.
Who wants to live forever? That seems like a really long time.
Oh, did you say live or leave?
Live.
It depends how my body is.
Yeah, it depends if you can stay young.
At what age can I stay 29 forever? I think 29 is my favorite age.
Let's take a call, everybody. Push a button. How do you push the button? Push that button? I don't know. Push a button. Esty got it. Hello.
Yeah, hi, Heshy. It's Romeo.
It's Romeo. Big boy, on time. We love you.
I know. Listen, so anyway, I checked it up. So the Assembly does want to pass a bill. I looked it up on Google. It says only after listening to Esty on the show that they want to consider a suicide bill. No, but the bill basically would be like this. They want a person who is critically ill, a person who's going to die, and the doctors would then give them a type of drug that would end their life. But a person would have to be fatally ill. You just can't be in a bad mood, like some other people suggested. Like, like if you're in a bad mood one day, you know what? Just give me the pill or whatever. So basically, you'd have to be, sickly ill that you're probably going to die,
right?
And then
you just don't want to hang around in pain. You just want to end it sooner.
Would you have to go to court and get a court order as well?
I don't know. It didn't
a whole psychological evaluation is what I think.
Well, it said that then the doctors would give a pill that would end their lives, and that's how it would go.
Wait, I don't understand. So, why would they need a pill to end their life if their life is going to end either way?
Because Esty, regardless of what you say, first of all, if you eat dirt, you don't die. Because me and Heshy ate dirt, and we went to yeshiva. And we didn't die.
You know what? Today's generation, all the kids are so coddled, they probably would die because they've never been exposed. Back in the day, kids played in nature, and nobody, now. Different.
What was your question, Esty? What was your question?
If they're going to die anyways, why would they need something to kill them? Like they're getting their wish. They don't want to suffer. They could just take tons of drugs. This is like the dream for every druggie. Like you can take as much drugs as you want till you die, and you're gonna die anyway. So there's no risk. It's literally the perfect situation.
No. So some people are not so clever. They don't have the time. They don't have the money to go buy drugs.
They don't have the time. They're trying to end their life faster. So
they have the time, but they don't have the energy, and they don't have the resources. It's much simpler if I'm against this bill, by the way.
I'm against it 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Heshy's against guns. For sure, he has to be against this.
You're 100%. And not only am I against guns, I'm going to talk about in a few minutes, Romeo, about bombings in Texas, which I'm very pissed about.
So
it's coming out of the blue too.
So we can go. So hold on. I would want to go to these hospitals where these people are like suffering a lot, and they're going to die anyways, and then they want to die like what, a week or two earlier, or like months. And I want to say to them about like, hey, you're about to die. You can literally do anything. What do you want to do? Go and do it. It's genius. I mean, just get them hooked on weed, and they'll be like, I want to live for another 50 years.
You know what I would do? I would ask them to help me rob a bank. Fine, anyway.
Right? Do you know how much freedom there is knowing you're going to die?
You're going to be right. Okay. You guys.
A bunch of old people running the streets, robbing banks. Everyone's knowing what's going on.
The last thing I wanted to speak about real quickly is we're talking about trucks with deliveries. I really think, and I think Heshy would agree with me, that the commercial deliveries need to be done either in the early AM or in the late PM. During the daytime, like somebody mentioned, like you said, someone said, like a Snapple truck is coming on Avenue J, and they block the whole goddamn avenue because they have to live
all the way up. All the way up, like 5 miles for one Snapple.
And they don't care because they know they have commercial plates.
Yep.
So they can do what they want. It's a big problem, and the society, the Brooklyn that we live in today, cannot sustain it anymore. It's not possible.
You're right.
But it's been like this for a long time, and everybody says
it's getting worse.
We have to. We should make calls to our assemblymen, our councilmen. We should make our complaints. And guys,
the question is it actually feasible?
It is. If these politicians should
come
up with
which delivery man is going to be working at 2:00 in the morning?
The only problem is it's going to cost companies and stores a lot more money.
Exactly.
Because Snapple's going to have to pay. It's going to have to defray the cost of them paying drivers to deliver in the middle of the night to go ahead and deliver to the stores.
Well,
that's the only problem.
The store is going to have to be open in the middle of the night, extra to take it in.
It's just delivery, but I believe there'll be less accidents. There'll be less people hitting other people's cars. There'll be less people sitting waiting for hours.
I do have one other answer. That all the deliveries could be made to Heshy's house. Heshy, during the day, will go and just distribute them.
Yeah, come to 5318 16th Avenue, my store. Thank you, Swomay. Swomay, by the way, any old stuff, don't be scared to drop it off for Shevis Achamas, food, canned goods, clothing. I know you're a good boy. You're a good boy. We love you.
Okay, guys. Be well.
Take care.
ST, taking other calls.
Yeah,
that was very cool. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
I like the way Swomay says you can't eat dirt and die, ST.
But there's got to be something. Like, I don't know. People are always telling you to be cautious that you can die. There's got to be an easy way. A Tide Pod, right? There's got to be ways.
Well, they try to kill this capital punishment. How come they just don't give him a pill and he dies?
Yeah, why don't they do that?
They give him a whole bunch of stuff and they try to make it that way.
They try to make it painless.
Okay.
Oh wait, with criminals also? That's nice of them. No, I mean, I remember seeing that
electrocution
chair.
We have a law in America, no cruel and unusual punishment. So you're supposed to try to do it.
That's great.
Which I disagree with, by the way. Certain people deserve to get killed cruelly. No, I'm saying people that are on death row generally did things that are horrible.
Okay.
Yeah, but they probably didn't know it was horrible because they were broken people to start with.
They didn't know that murdering 17 people in a school in Florida was a terrible thing to do.
They were so hurt that they were possessed by demons.
I know. So, okay.
Inner
so
demons.
Say I'm really sorry and just let them free.
No, okay.
I don't think so. Push number 2.
So, yeah, you guys listening to the Just Enough Heshy Show, you can call in at 718-303-9090. Hi, you're on the air with Uncle Heshy, SD and Z.
Good evening, Uncle Heshy. How are you?
Hello, how are you? Steve.
Yes, doing great. First of all, I want to run over to you with the parking.
Okay.
But I think before we outlaw the parking during the delivery during the day, which it's going to be very difficult, because of the stores and the logistics. How about we outlaw that truck shouldn't double park opposite other trucks? Only double park opposite another car.
Like one truck per block.
No. Because you have 2 double parked trucks, and they need to double park right opposite each other. Did they ever think that they could actually move up 20 feet so at least one car could go? I think they think it's like a game. Let's see which car can get through the two of them.
Right. I was stuck. You're right. I was on 16th Avenue with
that little car.
Right. For 15 minutes,
true.
I couldn't pass because there were
They
2
always manage to go
smart.
across each other and make it like one car at a time. It's amazing. You're right about that. I always bothers me. I'm like, just move up so there's enough room for 2 lanes to still flow. They always manage. If there's ever a double park car or truck, it's always right across from someone else. That's how it always works.
I think they think there's some kind of law that they have to do it. That's the only plausible.
Let's be honest. The only real solution is my solution.
Yes, I was going to run to you with your solution of nuking the place.
That's
First of all, you only came up with the easy part of nuking it. You didn't come up with the rebuilding part.
No, I haven't thought that far ahead.
Yeah, okay. Because I think you're thinking about doomsday a little too much.
Yeah.
And Uncle Heshy,
yeah.
Could you ask your co-producer, Esther, she's constantly straightening out her phone. She should straighten it right before she gets on the air. She can't get that angle right. I was watching her on YouTube. You didn't get the angle with the phone right.
It's okay. We got the YouTube working. She's trying to work the Facebook. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and on top of that, Esther, why do you constantly circle back to one topic?
Which one?
The death.
Owners and weed.
I'm very pro it. It changed my life. I'm pro it changing other people's lives if it.
How did it change your? In what way did it change your life?
Okay, well, I used to think very fast, and I couldn't so much control what I told people, and I was sometimes mean, I was sometimes insensitive, and I would just blurt things out. And I remember thinking, Esty, control yourself. Think before you talk. Say the right thing. And I never was able to. And then the first time I smoked weed, I said everything right. I thought things through. My brain slowed down.
Maybe you thought you were saying the right thing, and everyone was laughing at you.
People stopped asking me, "Are you high?" when I was high, and when I was sober, they were like, "Esty, what? Are you high?" And I was like, It's like I'm normal when I'm high, and when I'm high, and when I'm sober, I'm like, people think I'm stoned.
I don't know. I'm not going to agree with you because I had a bad.
No. Everybody it affects differently, and for me, it really.
I believe that you guys are right, that marijuana is not something that you can overdose on, but I believe that it hallucinates. I believe that it gives you crazy things in your head. I know a young man this week, my son, he came to my house a couple of times, a young man, and he was a friend of my kids, and he committed suicide and he died.
What?
A young boy. Now you're going to say, oh, Heshy, it wasn't about marijuana. I believe that he was depressed. I believe that the marijuana.
He had marijuana? Why would he kill himself then?
I don't know if he died on marijuana, but I know that he was using it. And I know that he was depressed.
He's probably using other stuff.
Okay, it makes no difference. The point is I don't like drugs. I don't like guns.
Did you hear the newest thing that
Steve? Thank you for your call.
One more thing.
Yes, go ahead.
I didn't see the invite for the Follow My Bash DVD, so I'm waiting for it.
The what? The what?
The invite for the Follow My Bash in DVD.
Oh, in VV. Oh, I don't know if we're going to be.
What's a Follow My Bash?
Follow My Bash. She wants a big. Well, I'm making a big bash. I can't really make a big party this year yet because I'm still sitting in the year of my mother. But this year, July 4th, I plan on inviting everybody on the radio, everybody all over to my big barbecue upstate. And this year, I don't want just 70 people. I want a couple of hundred people because I'm going to be buying all the steaks to my
wife. Go to 1,000, man. Just might as well.
I'm not going to let my wife throw away the food. Can I park on the grass over there?
You can talk on the grass. Yes, you can.
I want to park on the grass. I want everyone to come chase me. Who parks on the grass?
No, you can't. You can only park your golf cart on the grass.
My golf cart. All right. Okay.
Did you hear the newest?
Thank you, Steve.
The newest proposal that Trump had about drug dealers.
That's crazy.
That they should have the death penalty.
That's crazy. What happens if you're just selling marijuana?
Hold on a second. First of all, see, that's the thing. Everybody overreacts to a headline without actually reading into it and thinks that he's saying something that he's not. It's not like if you're caught selling marijuana, they put you to death. He said only for certain levels of distribution, the people at the top of the list who are really distributing hard drugs. He said it's not fair. They're the source of so many thousands of deaths in the country. And
what happens if you're a small guy selling?
What
happens if you're a small guy that bought like an ounce of cocaine and then you put other garbage?
But we didn't say that. We're talking about high-level drug dealers.
So the rich people, yeah, sure, that's gonna work.
Yeah,
but I'm saying they get caught all the time. The people at the high end of the operation that are really distributing.
They go to jail, no?
That's the point. It's just jail, and then they get out in a couple of years, and it's not really such a.
Why not just make the jail longer than having to kill them?
Well, it could be that they're in jail for a while, but the point is, the death penalty is something that's a lot scarier for people.
I don't believe. Again, it's another thing I don't agree with.
Can we kill them, but really put them away in a prison where they never come out? That seems nicer. No, that's meaner.
SD,
no, I don't know.
Who's calling us, SD?
Oh yeah, hi caller. You're on the air with the three of us.
Yes, this is Bill calling from Queens.
Hey, Bill.
And I'd like to congratulate Heshy for being back on the air again.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you.
Heshy, how long have you been on the air again?
We've been, this is our 7th week, right, SD? We're back on? Yeah.
It's been 7 weeks.
7 weeks. We've been posting it all over, and we're going right through. We're booked right all the way through the, except till I go away for 1 week in Shoes, but we're booked all the way through to the election season, so we're good to go.
Wow. Oh, that's great, Heshy. Tell me something. Is it still the same schedule, Monday and Tuesday?
No, we're only Mondays at 9 o'clock, 9 to 10 o'clock.
Only 1 hour? Come on.
I know.
Come on, Heshy.
Dave Metta stole some of our time spot, but that's okay. We're still going to entertain you on this hour.
Okay, congratulations again.
Thank you,
listening every week. Thank you again.
And you can catch us on YouTube. If you missed any of the shows, you can go back a couple of weeks and see it on YouTube and maybe enjoy some of it, whatever we were able to fix.
Thank you again.
You're welcome, Bill.
You just made my night.
I hope.
Wow.
Are you enjoying our show?
What, are you kidding me? I love you.
I love you. Thank you, Bill.
Wow.
Listen to me, Heshy. I called up the owner of the station when you were went off the air.
Oh, wow.
And he didn't know when you were coming back on. He told me he'd call me up and let me know, but I haven't heard from him.
Okay.
So he's got a phone call from me tomorrow.
Okay.
Thanks a million,
Okay, Bill,
Heshy,
you
and
got
the rest of the crew.
You
All
got
right, so hold on. Just to be clear, you're saying if
Wow,
some guy.
wait, that was so enthusiastic.
Yeah,
I love that.
I love that.
Wow,
That was
I
a great
appreciate
call.
that.
I've been getting a lot of people calling me down, Mag, and texting me and
Wow.
being welcome back. So it's cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're saying if a guy who's behind distributing thousands of pounds of drugs, and again, we're not talking about marijuana, we're talking about the real stuff that kills people all the time.
Like heroin?
Heroin, cocaine, all these other things. You're saying that you don't think they should have the death penalty?
drugs is drugs. I believe drugs is one category to me. Now, I know you're going to say marijuana, cocaine, heroin,
But that
but
will
killing
might help
somebody,
it
killing
kill it at
somebody,
the roots.
killing some. No, it's because
If you make it a stronger crime, people might.
Like you heard the mafia. If even though you get rid of the head of the mafia, there's somebody that will replace him.
That's
There's
true,
another
but it
gangster
doesn't mean.
that's going to come there. There's another drug dealer that's going to show up, and
But
just
people will be a
killing
little
them.
bit more hesitant to
And
sell drugs.
we're going to abuse it. We're going to abuse the capital punishment privilege. We just don't kill people.
You know
You're
what
right.
I'm
He did
worried
bad
about?
things distributing the drugs, but I'm just telling
He's
you,
leading to thousands
and
of
what
other
happens if
people
a cop
dying.
sets somebody up just to kill?
We're not talking about a little setup where it's a one-time thing. We're talking about a guy who's in the
So
top
you're going
echelon
to
of
have
these
these
drug
parameters
dealers.
set up so well, and in this American,
It happens all the time.
I don't know.
You know what's going to happen?
They
Yeah.
find the head of these.
You're talking about illegal drugs. What about when you find out Roxy's is the reason that's killing so many people, and that is a legal drug, and how much the pharmaceutical companies are pushing it, and then you find out that a lot of people didn't need it.
What's a Roxy?
Roxy's is like it's a medicine that they give people for pain, but it has like a little bit of heroin in it. Like what do they call
And
it?
that's the point. The people that take it and then sell it
oxycodone,
illegally, those
right?
are the problem, not the doctor.
No, it's that people get prescribed it, and then they keep it, because believe me, the drug companies are definitely pushing it. So at some point they're going to be on trial for this also, because they want people.
Oxycodone, which is prescribed by a doctor.
For me, most of my friends, that was their main big drug issue. Then I mean, they took coke here and there, but that was the easiest to get. The pharmaceutical companies push it a lot because they want to sell their product. Eventually, they're going to be on death row. Like, I don't think that's going to work out well for. Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, I want you to know something. All right. I travel all over the world, and there's one thing that sticks with me from all the things that I saw over the entire world. So in America, when you come into America, there's all these different signs, and because it's America, everything is over legalized and with the maximum and up to and asterisk and could be whatever. In Thailand, when you land in the airport, there's a big sign.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what it says in that sign? It's a wood carved sign. They can't change it. Nothing. There's no additional things underneath it. It's just a sign. Very simple. It says, if you are caught with drugs, the penalty is death.
Wow.
Just like that.
Just like that. And you know what? Nobody is stupid enough to bring drugs on a plane into Thailand.
But Thailand has tons of drugs.
Not the illegal ones. They have legal drugs there that are legal. But I'm saying if you're caught with a bag of cocaine on a plane, they will kill you.
You know, that reminds me. I was in Walmart.
They will.
If you're not a citizen, they don't have a right.
I was in Walmart upstate, and there's a big sign by the bathroom that says something about no
up to maximum,
right,
whatever. But here it's just like up to 5 years. It's like if you set light a match in the bathroom on an airplane. It's like, oh, up to 5 years in jail. Nobody's sitting in jail for 5 years for lighting a match on a plane, but it's up to 5 years, so it scares people. But the point is, there it's like, if you are caught with drugs, the penalty is death. It's pretty simple. And you know what? They don't have a drug problem.
But people are still bringing it in.
Japan,
Because they know they have drugs.
You want to know why the crime is so low in Japan? Because they have zero tolerance. And their culture is that if you do something as stupid as shoplifting, your whole family will be ashamed and like your whole life will be over. And like people, like there's a reason why there's almost no crime in Japan, because they don't tolerate it. And the culture supports it.
In North Korea, if you steal a poster, you go to jail for 15 years. See, these laws are crazy. You can't just
stealing a poster is different than walking into a store and stealing a candy bar.
I don't know.
And what happens if you're hungry or you have no other choice?
But that's the whole point. Where do you draw the line?
Right, exactly. Where do you draw the line?
But 90% of people that are stealing a candy bar in the store aren't because they're dying of hunger.
I don't know. Most people are not really stealing, but people who do steal here and there.
Most people aren't stealing?
Yeah, they are.
You assume everybody's a good person and everybody really, it's just because their situation. No, there's a lot of people out there who just don't give a crap about the rules and they just steal from stores because they feel they're entitled to it because the rules don't apply to them.
But that's just
That's
not
what most
true,
of it is.
okay?
It is true.
I know, SD. It's not. It can't be.
It really
can't
is
be.
true. It's hard to believe.
People are conditioned in a certain way, and they're always
They're
doing
conditioned. That's the whole point. Their culture supports the fact that like I'm entitled to just steal stuff because I had it rough, so like I can just take things from anybody and just
so then they
whatever it
really
is.
don't know better, because if they knew better, they would do better.
I think they know that stealing is not okay. I'm pretty sure.
According to society, but like,
How would you feel they stole from you?
No, I wouldn't like it, but I would understand. Hey,
You
this
would
person.
understand?
Yes, of
All
course.
right, so tell everyone where you live and where your car is and that everything is a free
That's
for all.
me
'cause you
telling them that
understand.
it is okay. I'm not saying it's okay to steal. I'm saying I understand.
What
if they
about the
get
other
it.
people? What about the people that lose because of this?
No,
Why should they lose?
They shouldn't lose.
Right,
I'm
so
not
which one is
saying
it?
it's right. I'm saying you can have compassion to people that are broken and don't know better.
Some people, but there are plenty of people who know exactly what they're doing and say, I don't care because I want to
If
steal.
they say I don't care and I want to steal, that means that there's obviously something lacking in them, or normal people don't do that.
But that's the whole point. You define normal as what you're considering normal. For
So
them,
normal, I consider healthy people who know how to take care of themselves, so they don't feel they need to take from others in order to be full. We were discussing.
because their culture is damaged and they were never raised right. That's the point.
I'm going to bring up a topic that's.
SD, I want to talk about
Okay.
my
I like the old system. They chop off your hand if you're caught stealing.
No.
I like that.
Stop
Zero
that, Z.
tolerance.
Stop the Z.
No, imagine society when you never had to worry about crime. Imagine
There's
what
no
life could
such
be.
thing.
That's
There was
stupid.
no such
Japan,
thing.
nobody
Annoying,
worries about
boring.
people stealing their stuff. Nobody, because they know if somebody steals their stuff, their whole life is over. They'll never get a job. Their whole family will basically disown them.
No.
It's not worth
That's
it.
not worth living in that life.
Everybody's entitled.
It is worth it. Their
You do one
society
thing,
is
it's
awesome.
over.
Z,
This side is not awesome.
everybody's entitled to make a mistake.
A mistake.
A few mistakes.
Yeah.
A few mistakes, SD.
Oh,
Good
a few.
go.
All right.
Good go.
And everybody's entitled to own things.
Compassion.
And not have
That's
them
the
stolen.
biggest word. Compassion. People are broken, and if they're doing something wrong, it's because they are broken. Happy, healthy people don't do bad things. So you have to assume this person's doing something bad. They need help.
But
Help
why is
them.
it your problem
I
to be
get-
the victim?
SD,
It's not anybody's problem
It's not
to
a
be a victim.
victimless crime.
It's not.
But it can't be both ways.
Someone has to pay. It's about the pound of flesh. It doesn't
Yes.
matter.
Yeah.
Somebody.
No, okay, it's fine. I mean, it's not fine. Of course, you should speak to these people. Of course, you should get them.
I'm
you
telling
should
you,
get
it's
back whatever
very
it is.
easy to be compassionate to other people when you're not affected.
So,
But
Z,
when you're
let
affected,
me ask you a
Lots
question.
of mean people who can still be compassionate.
You know your great Governor Cuomo, who I hate with all my passion.
he's just the best.
You know, he gets on the radio and or the TV and he screams, this guy who, the parole board is letting somebody out of jail after 47 years.
Yeah, I think
of
at
shooting a
that
cop.
point, he.
Okay.
So he says no, and the family says we should never let this guy, even though this guy was a model prisoner for 40 years, changed his life, learned, became educated, helped other people, and he killed a cop. Remember that. He went out of his way.
How old was he?
He was, if he's 70 now, so he was like 20.
Oh my gosh.
Right, so he lost his entire life. Now the parole board is letting him out. Everybody's saying they shouldn't let him out. Z, should have they let him out?
Is he gonna? Why did he kill the cop?
He was crazy, or he was depressed, or he was robbing a bank.
20?
He made a mistake. Yeah, 20-something years old.
Well, he paid for it, and
Did he pay for it? According to Z, we should give him capital punishment and wipe him off the planet.
No, I don't know about that. I didn't think capital
He
punishment.
took a life.
Yeah.
So maybe
Again.
he killed 2 cops.
you think he's gonna
Again,
go out of
I don't
prison?
know exactly.
Is there a number how many cops we're allowed
don't
to
know.
kill till we get capital punishment?
Honestly, I don't know.
I
Again,
believe 0.
it
But he
really
was
depends on the
20.
circumstances.
And now he's 70.
Okay.
Believe me, there's no worse suffering than having to live trapped. He probably doesn't even know what freedom is. You know what? It's worse to let him go out of prison and he has to live in this world now. That's going to be hell
Well,
for
do you
him.
ever see Shawshank Redemption?
Right, exactly. They don't know how to manage outside.
It really
of the
is
world.
true. Because
So
they're so
the
used to
worst
prison
torture they can do if they really want to torture this person is
It's
let them
not
out of
true. I
prison.
love that movie, and you let
My
people
favorite
out of
movie, by the
jail,
way.
right? And they let you out of jail, and you will learn. Like
But
you
they
learn
didn't.
in
He didn't learn. In that movie, they let him out of
No.
jail. He couldn't figure out how to live in the
That's
society,
not
so he
true.
killed himself.
Shawshank, the guy did.
Well, I don't
learn.
know.
The second
No,
Why don't we
guy did
ask
learn.
the family of the people who were killed what they
Right.
think
So the
about it?
family was screaming. The wife was on TV, and she was saying, "No, he should never have been let out.
I agree.
Never have been let out."
Again, if it was just a straight up execution and it wasn't, there's a whole story behind it, an emotional whatever. That's the thing. Most murders are because people lose their cool and they make a mistake, and that's different. We're talking about somebody who made a conscious decision. Hey, I'm gonna go shoot people. Like I don't know. I mean, again, if I was the judge, I might handle things differently. Honestly.
SD Chamula Jewelers.
It's tough.
Let me tell you about Chamula Jewelers. 944 Kings Highway, 718-336-1980. Chamula Jewelers, they're a family-owned business for over 40 years. They have diamond engagement rings, eternity bands, diamond jewelry, and you can just bring your stuff in to be refreshened up, cleaned up, and they make things sparkle. 944 Kings Highway, 718-336-1980. Of course, you're going to do my favorite of all their commercials is Tehila Tishla at 718-675-6842. I love her. She made such a meal for me yesterday and our whole family.
Yeah.
Wonderful. The girl knows how to cook and she knows how to do wigs and makeup and all that. Wonderful. This girl
Shucks, she's married.
she married the right one, my boy, okay? She picked the right one. She's a smart girl too. 718-675-6842, or you can reach her or see her website at ttstyles.com. That's TEESTYLES.com, or you can reach her by email TEHILA at ttstyles.com. That's again TEESTYLES.com. She does hair, wigs, makeups, weddings, events, and all that kind of stuff. So give her a call. And of course, Green Line Building Solutions. We have plans, permits. We help you with stop work orders. We help you with pre-inspections, inspections, code compliances. Our offices are located at 5318 16th Avenue in Brooklyn Borough Park. And don't forget, if you have some extra stuff left over and you want to give it to the poor, linen, sheets, clothing, jackets, don't be scared. Well, I took it all yesterday. You should have seen my boy. Our minivan was loaded to the top, and we were giving out shirts today. People were hugging us and kissing us. And last night it was like, and I don't want to tell you the name who donated it to me, but a friend of mine and his young son, he loaded me up and he stickered everything for me, so organized. And when I was giving away the towels and the linens, which I didn't think I knew how to give it away, they just love me. They love me, and some of it was brand new. And even if it's not brand new, don't throw it away. We could use it. I'm telling you, there are people out there that can use it. Esty, who else do we got on our list?
So yeah, we have Soft Fusion Inc. They are a software development company that can make your business run smoother. You can call them at 718-215-9800 for a free consultation. We have Pescata Carne. They are a meat restaurant, and they serve amazing gnocchi. I can't get it right.
How do you say that?
Gnocchi.
Gnocchi.
Pretend the G doesn't exist.
Oh, I see. Gnocchi. So yeah, they have that.
Like you're locked out of your house, and because you have gnocchi.
Wow, very
That's
good.
a good hint.
That's a good hint.
That's a good hint.
That's it. Simple.
Gnocchi. Okay. They have skirt steak and other amazing, delicious dishes. You can call them at 347-702-5711, and they're located at 509 Avenue P. They also have a dairy version, Pescata, New York.
By the way, my friend Penny took his whole family there.
Yeah.
And for a birthday party of his mother, and his brother was posting it all over Facebook pictures. He was not happy about that, but he says the meal was just out of this world, and he loved it.
I keep seeing them on Uber Eats, and I'm like, I'm going to order from them one day.
I'll take you over there, Steve. You, me, and Z. We got to set it up. So you're going to love Pescata, but it's too late by the time we get. But Pescata is like, I'm telling you, it melts in your mouth.
Wow. So yeah, they're located at
around the corner from me. Whenever you want, take me there.
Around the corner from me. They're
what? 1776 Ocean Avenue.
The meat one.
Oh, the meat one.
I don't do dairy.
You know, why? It's like too girly for you?
The whole time I'm eating, I'm just thinking, wow, I could be eating steak instead. No matter how good it is.
It's true.
It's not gonna.
I feel like we have more women at Orchidea than men, because men like meat more than dairy. So yeah, we have Orchidea. They have a lunch buffet from 12 to 3 for $25 a person, and you can also come in. They're also
what do they
one
actually
of the best.
have on the buffet there? Because that I might be interested in. Because then I could really do some damage.
You would do a lot of that. I tried.
What do they have on there?
They have fish. They have pasta. I think they even have sushi.
They have these little cakes, like a million of them. I mean, you.
I really want to go now.
I tried.
I've never seen it.
A
long time ago.
It's really. I was going there when it was 1999 when it first opened. I helped them get their C of O for their property.
I think they're gonna let me once, and then they're gonna put a sign up on the door and be like, this guy not allowed in.
You know what? Yeah.
Okay, so how crazy do you think I am? One day I was like,
not crazy.
You want me to answer that question?
Z was gonna say that. I love you, SD. I love you, SD.
I ordered from my own restaurant. I was missing them, and I was like, I need to have their food, so I ordered from them, which is crazy because technically I can get it for free, but like still, I was like, no, I need their food now, and I like ordered it. That was really weird. Ooh, I also ordered from sushi K-bars right across the street from my house. I went to Uber Eats to order food from them because I thought they would deliver it to my house. I thought it would be super funny if they had to walk from the store to my house because they can't drive there because it's one block, like it's half a block.
You did that?
Yes, I ordered Uber Eats as the sushi K-bar so that the guy from Uber Eats would have to go into the store and he would get back into his car and then realize it's the next block he'd have to get out and walk to my house.
Z, help me, Z, help me.
No comments.
I just thought it would be so funny. He calls me up. He's like, is this your address? I'm like, yeah, I'm just really lazy.
Okay, we are lost.
So yeah, also, yes, if you need any personal help, if you have a lot of people against you and you don't know what's right or what's up or down, I want to give you emotional support and remind you that you are great the way you are and there's nothing you need to be or do or change. We are fine. We're alive. You're as you are. You're supposed to be that way. So you can email me at changepain@gmail.com or you can call 347-687-9995. And I really want to help encourage you in your life.
By the way, Z, that little example you gave Esty remind me tomorrow. I have already tomorrow's joke set up. I usually post a daily joke and quote on my websites and WhatsApp groups and Twitter groups. And I didn't know what tomorrow's joke, but Z just gave me a joke. My little boy Moishi, when he was a little boy, I took him to the dentist. Okay, and he was like fighting with me, whatever. And I got him into the room and I put him in his chair and he went through the whole procedure of drilling, screaming, hollering, and
just like I still do.
And when he was trying to open the door to leave, he couldn't get the door open. It was very heavy. So the doctor asked him, that door is hard for you to open. He says, yeah, that's to trap little boys, not to let them out. Whatever. Okay, I thought that was funny. Again,
I'm sure he didn't find it so funny.
Z is not laughing at my jokes. Well, I'm going to type it up much better tomorrow.
Okay.
Anyways, guys, we're coming to the end of the show. And no, we still have a couple of minutes.
We
still have a lot to talk about.
So I saw this cute video that I loved. It was basically explaining how people push people to have sexual relations when they're not ready, right?
Oh God!
So they explained it basically the same way.
I love that smile, Z. Okay, we're in the back part of the show. Go ahead.
No. So basically, they were explaining how it's the same thing like tea, right? You can prepare tea for someone, but if they don't want the tea, you don't force it down their throat, right? If they are unconscious and if they ask you for tea and then they become unconscious, you don't push the tea and force them to drink it. They're unconscious. That means they don't want tea. They can come into your house and say, hi, I want tea, but then change their mind. You don't force them to drink the tea. Basically, he was explaining, like, think of when you're having sex with someone and they change their mind and you're not okay with it. And like sometimes people will be pushy or whatever. If someone doesn't want tea, you don't force them to have tea. The same thing. You should just view sex the same as tea so that you don't push people to do it.
Why do you have to pick tea? Why can't you say coffee?
It could be
water?
anything. They were giving tea as an example, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Okay. By the way, Esty, I was listening to a commercial, Z, and this guy gets on the radio and he says, sexual harassment. Do you have a sexual harassment insurance policy?
That's a thing?
That's a thing now?
You can get insurance so that if you end up having...
Let me just tell you something.
Hold on. If you have a policy...
Not sex. Sexual harassment is also that if you insult somebody or say something...
So you can harass anyone and then get money for it? That's genius.
Or lie that, hey, he sexually harassed me. You have to be very careful today. Sexual harassment, even fake complaints, you're in big trouble.
Yeah. So
and
first of all,
look at that crazy...
If you want to get into all that, let me just tell you, there's what happened now is that it swung so much to the other way that now it's damaging themselves because people are more afraid to hire women and people are afraid to work with women because now the slightest comment, hey, you look great today. All of a sudden, 2 weeks later, you're getting a notice in the mail that you're being served for, court for sexual harassment. People don't want that anymore. And like, it's gotten to the point where people are just afraid to just act like normal, decent people because every little tiny thing gets carried away completely and nobody... It started off as a beautiful movement for people who were actually harassed, people that actually were assaulted, people that actually went through terrible things in their life.
Right,
it turned into like, my gosh, somebody walked down the street in a construction zone and somebody whistled at them. Oh my God, I was arrested. Like,
that's not arrest. That's so nice. Someone's giving you a compliment. Why are you being mean about it? That's the nicest way for someone to tell you you're beautiful. They don't know you. They're not bothering you. They're not stopping you. They're whistling. They're like, hey, I appreciate you. That's so beautiful.
If you're working in your office and the boss comes over and say, oh, you look hot today.
No, that's different. He's coming in. He expects a response. I have to be next to him. I can't get away from it. Whistling.
So, but if you're walking down the construction site, the guy says, "Oh, you look hot today." That's acceptable. Same comment.
No, I was talking about whistling. I mean, it's okay.
So if your boss whistles at you, that's acceptable?
No. Someone you have to work with all the time and you can't escape from, and they make sexual comments, you're like stuck in it. But if someone's passing by the street, as long as they're not touching you, as long as they're giving you a compliment or whistling at you, you're like, oh, hey, that's so nice. Someone appreciated me.
I agree.
I don't agree. That's unacceptable.
It all depends on who's doing it and what the circumstances are and the tone of their voice.
So I have a question for you. You hang out with your buddies, right?
I do.
You play poker with them, or you go to a baseball game. Yeah. And one of them comes to you and say, "Hey, Jew boy, what's doing?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you laugh at it. Same way it works with every kind of racial.
Jew boys racist?
Now, if you have some guy down the street coming up to you who's not Jewish and say, "Hey, Jew boy, get over here," or whatever, you know you're going to be insulted and upset about it.
So I had someone ask a question. How would you feel if a gay guy whistled at you? Would you feel violated?
Who, me?
Yeah, if some gay guy was like, ooh,
I have no problem with anything.
Right, a compliment's a compliment. It doesn't matter who it's from.
That's me, but I know a lot of people that if you are not gay and you made some kind of gay comment to him, he'd flip out on you. Right, Z?
Like a compliment or
like
something?
It really all depends on the situation.
It depends if it's like, hey, come home to my house tonight, and you'll be like, or if he's like, oh, you look very handsome. That's nice.
Handsome is not a gay comment.
Oh, what do they say? You look fabulous.
My children and my friends, when they come into my office to try to con me and to do some extra work for them, oh, Heshy, you look hot. You look handsome. I'm so happy when they tell me that. Yeah.
No, but that's horrible. They're using compliments as a way to get you to do something is not cool. If you give a compliment, you don't give it with strings attached. That's not cool.
Sure you do.
All compliments come with strings attached? Don't give me no. I don't want any. What? No, if you're going to give a compliment.
You're telling me that when I get up in the morning and I tell my wife early in the morning, oh, sweetheart, you look so beautiful. You're telling me I want no strings attached to it?
Here's what it comes down to. Here's what it comes down to, all right?
Okay.
If the person on the other end of what's being said is somebody that you think is attractive, all of a sudden it's fine. The same exact words could be said by a really handsome 25-year-old guy with really great hair and a really great smile, and all of a sudden it's fine. But if it's some creepy-looking 50, 60-year-old guy, all of a sudden, hi, you look great today, all of a sudden you're pulling out the mace.
Yeah, that's not fair.
That's what it comes down to.
I know, but that's not cool, though. I mean, I think that if someone gives you a compliment and they don't say it in a way where you're being pushed to do something or respond a certain way, if someone's just like, "Hey, you look beautiful today. Thank you. That's great."
And you know what? In a normal society, that actually is a normal way of life. That's a good thing for people to be. You know, like if you go down south of Texas, you know, if you're a nice looking person, you're walking down the street, people will go, "You look lovely today, ma'am," and like that's it, and that's normal society. But here, it's like, oh my God, don't talk to me.
I had somebody come into my office, a client says, oh, Heshy gained a couple pounds. What was he thinking? I got angry at him. I says, okay. So
why did he say that? What? I don't understand.
I have no idea why he said it.
I don't know. It's like never.
That's how guys compliment each other.
Maybe.
You look awful today.
But I charged him an extra 100.
Okay,
nice.
good. Good for you.
Yeah.
I don't understand why anybody ever insults people. It is never useful. Like, oh, you're such an idiot. Oh, now this person's gonna love you more.
But you know you're gonna slip. You know, you're telling me, so you don't have kids. Sometimes I lose it. And by mistake, I said, "Oh, you acted stupid, my boy." Well, you know, and I regret saying that, but I did. I said it. And what do you want me to do about it? And so now I get in trouble for that.
I want you to be happier with yourself all the time and do nice things for yourself. That you don't end up where you get angry, like upset, and you're just like, "Oh, stupid!" Like where you so take care of yourself that the impulse doesn't come to you. It's a high goal, but
it's too high for me. That's too high for me.
I don't know.
Okay, well, we got that done.
Did we?
Did we finish that? Well, she wrote like, what do you think the guy at the construction site wants? Just to give you a compliment. It's not about what they want. I can give you a compliment.
Exactly.
I want something from you. That's fine, as long as
what if you're in a bar and a guy comes over and says, "Hi, my name is blank," and you go, "Thanks, but I'm not interested," and then life goes on. Okay.
Well, you went to the bar
for
a reason. You went to get this compliment.
No, I'm saying, well, what do you mean? You went? Well, I'm saying, let's say the guy gives you a compliment and you're interested, so you'll be like, "Oh, thanks." Oh, I'm saying like. You could shut it down however you want. You could go thank you and keep on walking, and that's the end of it. If he keeps on harassing you and following you and screaming at you, then it's another story. But there's plenty of people who just go, "Hey, you look great today," and that's it. And life goes on. You know, like I said, it's coming to a point where, like, you know, everybody's afraid of just saying nice things. Like if somebody comes into work and they look great, I mean, whether it's a guy or girl, tell them, they'll appreciate it.
All I know is I
like,
tell everybody whenever I see them, you all look pretty, you all look handsome. Everybody I see, you look great.
Yeah, I mean, listen, girls are always whistling at me all the time, and like, you know, I let it slide. It doesn't bother me all the time. Girls are just like, "Hey, Baldy," and like I'm just like, "Oh wow." my day. It's me.
How do you get that bald look?
Exactly.
That is so good.
Ask God.
You're not upset that I'm a man telling you how handsome you are.
Not at all.
Good.
What? No, I know.
See, Z has self-confidence. You have to be self-assured of your.
Then no matter what anybody tells you, it doesn't hurt you. It only hurts you if you really like, oh, that person really did, Nothing negative can hit you unless you believe it yourself. So don't believe it.
Did you ever see there was a video that this girl made like 3 or 4 years ago called Walk? It was like called like 2 hours of walking around New York City or something, or 90 minutes of walking around New York City. I saw it. It got like a bajillion hits on YouTube.
Yeah?
It was a very famous thing, and they made a lot of spoofs of it where she recorded what it's like walking around Manhattan.
Was she wearing very little clothes?
So she was wearing, I think it was like on the border of being like a little bit too revealing, but it was definitely something that wasn't like too provocative that she should have gotten harassed. And the funny part is to me is that 99% of the people that harassed her were more of like the ghetto type people. And it was like, when she was in the bad neighborhoods.
Because they're raised that this is acceptable.
That's what I'm saying. And they were all.
Who's they? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Esther, my prejudicial friend. What do you mean they? Who's they?
Whoever was complimenting her in a way that was whatever that you said was from the ghetto area.
What does ghetto area mean?
I don't know, but
the lower income parts of town.
Oh, so anybody poor is ghetto.
I don't know.
No, it wasn't generalization. There were people from that area that acted a certain way, which must mean that their culture said that this is an okay way to act.
That's how it works.
Yeah, that all their friends are doing it. It's considered the norm. I mean,
we have
if a hot girl walks by, you shout out, "Yo, girl!"
I see a lot of young Jewish boys talking that way.
Just for fun.
Okay, well, I don't agree with that.
It could be, but I'm just saying. So anyway, the point is, she did definitely. There was a guy that was like following her for a couple. I'm saying things happen, and like again, it's all about context. It's all about who's saying it, and all about what they're doing, and where it goes from there. There's a point where it becomes too much, but there's also a point where there's nothing. Again, like I said, in Texas, people will be like, "Howdy, ma'am. You look beautiful today," and just keep on going. Like it's normal, like a normal society should be. And then look what it turned into now. People are afraid of working with women because, God forbid, if a woman spends hours looking good and you say, "Wow, you look great today," next thing you know, you're getting sued.
I work with Esty and I see how beautiful she looks all the time.
Thank you. Esty, I think the problem is living with fear. Let nobody just live like, oh, I can't do this because I'm afraid. Do everything with love, not fear.
I got you. Now, I wanted to go out Saturday night. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law went out to a movie, which I thought was cute because I haven't done that in a long time. And I really, again, this first year I can't go to movies, but I wanted to go. I wanted to go out with my wife Linda because she's been helping me so hard working. I wanted to take her out. I wasn't going to go spend $300 on a Pescata meal, which I still think Pescata is the best restaurant, okay? But I didn't want to spend the money. I was being able to say, I figured a $25 movie and popcorn would be cool. And so I'm sitting around and I'm calling my sons. I want them to come to the movie. And I tell them that I want to go to this movie called Entebbe. Please tell me you guys know.
I know. And I heard about what happened now.
And my people, we don't want to go to Entebbe. It doesn't seem like a point. I said, are you crazy? Entebbe is one of the greatest.
Well, they flipped it around now, and I was very disappointed.
What?
I really wanted to see the movie.
They were on the other side?
And I heard that now, obviously, it took like a liberal direction of it, and it made Israel look like they're the bad ones, and it made the terrorists look like they're like basically marginal. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I can't believe it.
I was very disappointed because I really wanted to see it because the last Entebbe movie was made in like the 70s or 80s, and it was all, production value was terrible. But I'm telling you, it was like almost like a terrorist sympathy movie.
No way.
Yeah,
I can't believe that.
How is it possible to make sympathy for terrorists?
You'd be surprised. Well, a minute ago, you're saying how, people commit crimes because they were raised wrong. We should be nice to them.
You should have compassion.
Now you're saying
that they're... Okay,
so that's the whole point. They're only doing terrorism because they thought they were raised in Israel.
I understand, but they're still doing terrorism.
So, so which one is it? You see all of a sudden how you flip how you flip.
Yes. Do we?
No, you have compassion for people all the time.
Even for terrorists.
No, I'm not saying you should I feel bad for you. You can do whatever you want. It's like, no, right now you're doing bad actions. You're not being a model citizen.
We caught you now. You know the Boston bomber, the guy who blew up in Boston, the marathon?
Yeah.
Now he's caught. One brother killed, one brother not. Do we kill him?
I don't know. Ending life is such a godlike thing that I can't.
I don't believe in capital punishment, but the point is this guy deserves it, no? Do we have to show him compassion?
I don't think death, I'm sorry, but death is the easiest solution, not the hardest. The hardest one is having to live. It's more painful to live than to die. Dying is easy. You're like dead, it's over, it's like dreaming. It's way easier. They just think like, oh, he's going to go to hell and God's going to take care of it, so it's fine. Which I don't believe in hell, so really killing him is not the best thing.
I wanted to talk to you about that. We have a couple more seconds left on this show. Esty, hell, again, you told me about this. We have to talk about hell. Tell me.
I don't know, but these people, like, if they get killed, they're not going to hell. They're just going to go back into the earth or whatever. So if we want them to suffer, don't kill them. We want them to suffer, make them live. Living is the hardest, especially when you have to live with the things you've done. People's guilt can eat them up alive, which I'm not pro, but for some people, I mean, I guess it's there for a reason. I mean, I think that the terrorists, they are corrupted and broken, but I don't know if they can be saved.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think that you should make the movie like they're the heroes and they're the good guys, because
sure
that's
not.
a bad example.
It wasn't that they were
you can have
heroes and good guys,
compassion.
but they were very sympathetic and made it seem like, Israel was the bad one because, Israel stole their land and now they have no choice but to like kill innocent people because that poor Israel.
There's always a choice,
Yeah.
and making a bad choice because you think there's no other options is still a bad choice, and there's always enough options. That's really what it is. People think, oh, I have this, there's option A and B. There's always option C. Go with C, because two options are not always the best.
One more thing before we end the show. Again, something new again comes up with Trump. I know you don't like to hear about politics, but there's only a minute to go. They were complaining about Kushner's company, Z, that he did something very bad, that he filed wrong paperwork with the city. Now, let me tell you something. The thousands and thousands of documents that we have to submit is just crazy. And if you mark the wrong box or the wrong check, the man does thousands and thousands of apartments of renovations, and he files the paperwork. And sometimes people make a mistake when they do the paperwork. It doesn't mean that he did anything criminal or wrong. They fix the paperwork. They hire somebody to do the paperwork. And this stuff that they're going after Kushner and Trump and all that things, these people are nuts. And that's my comment to the day, that you're just trying to find something to get Trump. You're trying to
We're always trying to demonize people. There's got to be a bad guy we got to yell at.
Today, I sat for 4 hours filing forms with the Department of Buildings. And the final form, I just took a shortcut and I just scribbled in the last 3 paragraphs. I printed it out, and instead of typing it on the computer, I filled it up by hand and I sent it in. I got a message back 2 hours later, restart again, no handwritten document.
Oh my gosh.
And I said, but it's the same document. Anyways, everybody, thank you for listening to another Just Had Enough Heshy show. I hope you liked it. Bill, that was a great call. So, Mayor, thank you again. Esty, you are great. Thank you for coming again and showing me the right path on how to change my life. Z, no, I do not agree with capital punishment, no matter what you say.
That's
but
fine.
You are handsome, Z.
Oh, wow.
You are handsome.
Yeah. No.
So we're
gonna
gonna cue the music. Thank you, everybody, again. Come join
My
us
mother,
again.
my mother will appreciate and agree with your
9
comments.
o'clock next week, Monday night, 9 to 10 o'clock. Enjoy the Just Enough Heshy show. Watch us on YouTube. Bye, everybody. Thank you again. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, Esty. That was great.
The preceding program is a paid advertisement. The opinions and